Hello, how you doing, Mr. Hodge, Mr. Lillard? My name's Samuel Hames. I'm from New Zealand, from
Hi,
SpicyPulp. Nice
Samuel.
to
How
meet
are you,
you.
man? Good
How you
on you.
doing? Well, good morning. Look, first
Jeez.
off, congratulations with the series. I finished it last night. It's fantastic. Really ups
Thank
the
you.
ante. It's edgy. Really takes and builds on season one. But Aldous, Detective Alex Cross. This is a character who's, he's the coolest detective on TV.
Thank you.
He's got style. He's got swag. He's just there.
Yeah.
But he's also a character who's very much the scalpel and the hammer. So he's got this incredible mind and sort of he's able to
Mm.
sort of go to places, but he's got the force to sort of back it up. When
Mm.
things go down. He's got to take care of business. And how is it like to explore those two angles of this character in a second season?
Oh man, it's a great deal of fun. Are you in Auckland?
Yeah, at Auckland. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been to Auckland, man. I've been to Auckland and Waiheke Island, brother. It's nice out there.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
nice.
No, yeah, no, we've
I,
finally got some good weather, so it's good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like your town.
Yeah, it's
Thank you,
good.
sir. We
But
appreciate it.
the fun of being able to play sort of the dynamism of who he is, what he has to go through, and how he has to go through it. Personally, as an actor, to me, that's a challenge that I thrive on just because we get to play the humanity of him. He's not always going to be the strongest person in the room. He's not always going to be the most revered person or the most liked person in the room, but he will always be the smartest person in the room. Because he understands people, he understands the limits, he understands his own as he's discovering it. So for me, to get to play the vulnerability as a strength, in contrast to sometimes showing brute force as a weakness, parallel through how he deals with, serial killer, he understands the human psyche. And that's what I love about him. It's complex, it's interesting, it keeps me on my toes 24/7, not understanding where he's going to go because sometimes when you feel like you said, he's a scalpel and the hammer. Sometimes when you
Yeah,
feel like being the hammer, he's going to understand you need to be the scalpel to get the job done. But it may
100%.
not be the easiest choice to make, but he's going to make it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. No, I get that. And Matthew, obviously, Lance Durand, this is a character who goes from the A to Z, in a radical way. But he's also a character who's got a lot of layers. And just, well, I'm trying to not lead into spoilers. He's very, shall we say, two-faced. How is it like getting to play
Ooh,
that in the Cross series?
ooh.
Because I thought he was a really interesting character.
You say two-faced. I say I don't agree with you. He has a man on a mission. Listen,
Yeah,
when you
even
are
at
a
heart.
leader of men, when you are one of the greatest minds in the universe, sometimes sometimes you need to be the hammer and the scalpel all at once. Right? I do think there's a lot of similarities between the two of them in a way that he is a man on a mission and nothing's going to
Yeah,
stop him. And
Oh,
that mission, by the way, just so people know, he is trying to end world hunger.
yeah. No,
And
I do agree.
he has the ability to do that. So
Maybe
listen,
it's just the way he's
yeah.
getting there, though. Yeah,
I mean, listen, it's people need to watch because I do think, honestly, one of the great things about the show is that there is a moral ambiguity. There is a gray area at the
Yeah.
at the core of Cross as a television show and as a device. And so, for me, I think that that's one of the great things that makes this series so exciting to watch
Mhm.
is that
yeah,
afterwards, so much television, so much media is like transactional. You watch, you let it go. Cross is one of those shows that you can sit at a table afterwards and have a
yeah,
really relevant, deep conversation about what's right and what's wrong. And I
yeah.
think that
No,
that's one of the
100%.
reasons why the season one was such a massive hit. I
Uh,
mean, it's 40 million views in 20 days. I mean, it's
19 and a
enormous.
half.
19 and a half.
19 and a half.
Enormous worldwide hit. And that's why today we're talking New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, I'm happy to talk to you. I think one of the things I saw as well this series in season two, there's definitely this idea of action and consequence, and let's say the sins of the past coming into the present. Maybe not
Hmm.
so Mr. Duran because he's on his own mission, but how do you sort of see those ideas, action and consequence, playing out in the second season? Because that was a theme I sort of picked up on it, intentional or not. That's sort of how I saw it.
Yeah. So with action and consequence, the theme of this season, the season is called like bitter fruit, right?
Yeah,
It's sort of founded in vigilantism, to the point of, as you see with the show, there are characters who do bad things for the seemingly right intention, the best of intentions, and there are characters who do uh, great things by horrible means. And the sort of question that we ask the audience is, how do you feel about either? You know, there is a consequence to every action, or can be. What consequence is worth the action? You know, is it justified to do this horrible thing if it's going to produce a great result for a few? Or is it okay to become the monster that stops the bleeding so that other people don't have to go through what you've gone through? But you yourself have to compromise your own integrity to do so. Like, what is worth it? And that's, to Matt's point, that's the dinner table conversation people get to have. But that's the fun of understanding human nature. Nothing is always clear.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, look, guys, I think my time's up, but thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me today. Congratulations
brother.
on the show. And
Thank
look, bring on season 3. That's all I'll say, man. Really want to see it. So congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Awesome.
man.
Thanks, guys.